It's honestly a shame that Brad Pitt got no Oscar consideration for this movie. This man played a Tennessee soldier general, awesome badass, and he didn't get any Oscar nominations. It's just sad. Inglorious Bastards. The sixth film directed and written by Quentin Tarantino came out in August of 2009. This is right when I started to get into more movies, and this was like the second or third Tarantino movie I actually saw. Like, I sat down and watched it. I was like, this is really good. I want to watch more of this guy's movies. So Inglorious Bastards stars Brad Pitt, Christoph Waltz, and Ryan from The Office, also known as BJ Novak. But either way, basically this movie is about Christoph Waltz is a German investigator, also known as the Jew Killer, and he's basically just an evil person, but he's really good at what he does. He's one of those villains. He's really good at what he does, but he's just evil and a dickhead. And then you got Brad Pitt and 8 soldiers, pretty much the bastards, are coming over to Germany and be like, hey, Nazis, fuck you, and we're gonna kill you, scalp you. And then they're like, oh yeah, we have this guy who's like a really famous soldier. Let's make a movie out of him. Oh, there's a movie premiere. And Brad Pitt, he's got a plan. So I'm actually not gonna spoil as much in this movie as in my other reviews. The reason why is because a lot of people haven't seen this movie. I'm like, how have you not seen the second best Tarantino movie? Yes, this movie is, there's days I say this is my favorite Tarantino movie, but honestly, after watching the movie today, I still think it's my second one, but I really like this movie. First things first, Christoph Waltz. You can't review this movie without saying his name because of how great he is in this movie. This is a Best Supporting Actor award that deserved it. It went to him. Everyone's like, that is correct. You got it right, Academy. He is evil. He is darkly funny. He's a bastard. You hate his guts, and you love him at the same time because he's so good. And as my dad says, I like how he talks. And it's true, I like how he talks, even though he can talk French, German, English, all of that. And he is just a despicable person, especially towards the end of this movie. But Christoph Waltz is probably, I could almost say, the best villain Tarantino's ever made. Some people can disagree, which maybe I might, but Christoph Waltz is amazing in this role. He is great. Also amazing in this role is Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt is so underrated in this movie. Like, it's honestly a crime he didn't get any Oscar buzz or anything for this movie. He should have. He is hilarious in this movie. He is so good. Tarantino's dialogue is, of course, amazing. And then when you have a Tennessean Brad Pitt talking, it's great. It's amazing. He steals every scene he's in, and there's scenes with him and Christoph Waltz, and it's like, who's stealing this scene? I don't know. They're so damn good. But man, they're so good in this movie. Everyone in this movie is really good. Every single actor, I forget the actor's name, but he's in Rush, he's in Civil War, and he plays the movie actor, the soldier who's in the movie, whatever. He's really good in this movie. The main girl in this movie is really good. What is her name? And then honestly, in my opinion, there are so many good scenes that are so memorable in this movie. Tarantino, like I've told you in all these reviews, he makes amazing dialogue. This movie has like 5 scenes that are just so memorable. Of course, you have the ending with the movie premiere scene of Hitler and stuff like that. You got Eli Roth's introduction scene pretty much. I mean, you've seen before that, but the scene we're all talking about with the bat, I mean, come on now. And then, of course, one of my favorite scenes is, of course, the bar scene, which is basically a lot of people's favorite scene, that and the opening scene. But the bar scene with Michael Fassbender, which I'm pretty sure this is like his first movie, I think I read somewhere. It's like one of his early ones. But either way, that scene is great. It is so intense. And of course, it ends in a really bloody fashion that I just love. I love that scene. I love the bar scene. And of course, I can't not talk about the opening, the milk scene. He's just, Christoph Waltz is drinking about milk, and they talk about milks, and they talk about rats, and then, hey, guess what? There's Jews right under you, dude. It is just, it's so intense. This movie, to me, is Tarantino's best intense dialogue, action, bloody, mixed together so well. I love these characters. I love the characters he makes in this movie, and I love the situations he puts them in, and how tense it is, and hell, anybody can die. This movie doesn't care. Boom, 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 dead, dead, dead. I love it. I love there's so many just memorable scenes, and of course, the famous just scene with Brad Pitt when he first meets Christoph Waltz at the movie premiere, and he just can't talk. He's like, gosh, yes. It's like, that's the stuff I love. You have all this great French, German speaking, whatever, and then you got Brad Pitt, who's like, gracias. And it's like, you are an idiot, but I love you. This movie is hands down one of his best movies. This, honestly, Days is his best movie, in my opinion. I love Inglorious Bastards. The dialogue is top tier, amazing. The scenes, this movie has so many memorable scenes. This is how history should have happened. I just wish it would have, but of course it's just a movie that I really like. I'm gonna give Inglorious Bastards a really high A. Now I bet you're wondering, why did you not give it an A+? The only reason is, I know a lot of you are gonna hate me and write a comment down below, but I understand. I just don't like subtitles, and there is a lot of subtitles in this movie. Now, Parasite, that's different. It's a great movie. This movie has a lot of English, though. But there's just certain scenes, I like looking at the actor's face because it's so good acting that I'm looking at the words. I'm like, I don't like that. So that's my only little critique. And besides that, my next review is, of course, Django Unchained, which will come to you very, very, very shortly. And I'm very excited to talk about that movie for one reason. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.